strive, continuous improvement. The sign of intelligence is that you are constantly wondering. Idiots are always dead sure about every damn thing they are doing in their life. If you ask a tree how he feels to know that he's spreading his fragrance and making people happy, I don't think a tree looks at it that way. I am just like that, and it is just my nature to be like this. Too many people are hungry not because there is dearth of food. It is because there is dearth of love and care in human hearts. The most beautiful moments in life are moments when you are expressing your joy, not when you are seeking it. When pain, misery, or anger happen, it is time to look within you, not around you. If you resist change, you resist life. The fear is simply because you are not living with life, you are living in your mind. There are many ways to understand this. One simple way to know this is, today, if you lose your mental peace totally, you will go to a doctor. He will give you a pill. If you take this pill, your system will become peaceful. Maybe this will last just for a few hours, but you become peaceful. This pill is just a little bit of chemicals. These chemicals enter your system and make you peaceful. Or in other words, what you call peace is a certain kind of chemistry within you. Similarly, what you call joy, what you call love, what you call suffering, what you call misery, what you call fear, every human experience that you go through, has a chemical basis within you. Now the spiritual process is just to create the right kind of chemistry, where you are naturally peaceful, naturally joyous. When you are joyous by your own nature, when you don't have to do anything to be happy, then the very dimension of your life, the very way you perceive and express yourself in the world will change. The very way you experience your life will change. The planet is spinning on time, not a small event. All the galaxies are managing fine, the whole cosmos is doing great. But you have one nasty little thought crawling through your head, and it is a bad day. The problem is you are living in a psychological space that bears no connection with reality. And you are insecure, because it can collapse at any moment. Love is your quality. Love is not what you do. Love is what you are. I am not talking about you being a spectator, I am talking about involvement. I am talking about involving yourself into life in such a way that you dissolve into it. Every moment there are a million miracles happening around you, a flower blossoming, a bird tweeting, a bee humming, a raindrop falling, a snowflake wafting along the clear evening air. There is magic everywhere. If you learn how to live it, life is nothing short of a daily miracle. People have fallen in love with words and lost the world. It's time to regain it. Krishna says in the Gita, the worst crime in the world is indecision. If you think you are big, you become small. If you know you are nothing, you become unlimited. That's the beauty of being a human being. Sex in the body is fine. Money in the wallet is fine. It is only a problem when they enter your mind. If you want to become life-sensitive, a simple process that you do is this: make whatever you think and whatever you feel less important. Try and see for one day. Suddenly you will feel the breeze, the rain, the flowers and the people, everything in a completely different way. Suddenly the life in you becomes much more active and alive for your experience. Everything that ever happened to you, you experienced right within you. Light and darkness, pain and pleasure, agony and ecstasy, all of it happened within you. If someone touches your hand right now, you may think you are experiencing their hand, but the fact of the matter is you are only experiencing the sensations in your own hand. The whole experience is contained within. All human experience is 100% self-created. When I say spiritual, I am talking about you beginning to experience that which is not physical. Once this spiritual dimension is alive, once you start experiencing yourself beyond the limitations of the physical and the mental, only then there's no such thing as fear. Fear is just the creation of an overactive and out-of-control mind. Learning to listen is the essence of intelligent living. The whole effort of the spiritual process is to break the boundaries you have drawn for yourself and experience the immensity that you are. The aim is to unshackle yourself from the limited identity you have forged, as a result of your own ignorance, and live the way the Creator made you, utterly blissful and infinitely responsible. You have too much social influence upon you. You are not going by your own nature. People do so many nonsensical life-negative things because they don't want to be left out of the scene around them. There is so much adventure that only a youth can experience. Youth is not the time to languish in pleasure, youth is the time for exploration and adventure. If you think 100% logically, there is really no possibility of life. A human is not a being, he is a becoming. He is an ongoing process, a possibility. For this possibility to be made use of, there is a whole system of understanding the mechanics of how this life functions and what we can do with it, which we refer to as yoga. Do you understand? Man needs entertainment simply to hide his madness. If he was perfectly sane, he would not need entertainment. He could just sit and watch this bamboo grow. He does not really need entertainment. The quality of your life depends on how well you manage your body, your mind, your emotion, your situations, your home, your communities, nations, your life in general and the world. If your body goes in search of a relationship, we call this sexuality. If your mind goes in search of relationships, we call this companionship. If your emotion goes in search of relationships, we call this love. If your energies go in search of relationship, we call this yoga. Mind is not in any one place. Every cell in this body has its own intelligence. The brain is sitting in your head, but mind is all over the place. When we say transformation, it means that nothing of the old has remained. Something totally new has flowered within you. Now you look at a rose plant that is full of thorns. Springtime came and rose flowers burst out, it is a transformation. The thorns are still there are more thorns than flowers, but we do not call it a thorn plant. We call it a rose plant because of that single rose. Everyone's attention goes more towards that single rose than 100 thorns that are on the plant, isn't it? So all the thorns in you, maybe you cannot remove them right now, but if one rose flower blossoms, everyone is willing to overlook those things. For more inspirational quotes like this one, click the videos on this end screen or go to our video selection.